breaks.
Yeah, and we got God shows you the door. One door. You beat the hell out of it. They resent you a slight bit, but they become an amazing person.
I'll take it.
Door B, you empathetic, caring,
loving father,
and what's the gentle parenting?
Yeah,
and they become an OnlyFans model.
No, she gonna hate me.
I'm choosing door A every time.
She gonna hate me. And on my deathbed, I'm gonna say, I kept you away from that camera.
One day, gotta show you the answers.
Yeah.
Yo. Welcome back to another episode of The Great Deliberators. I am one of your hosts, Mr. Imperator Rozay.
It's your boy DK.
And one time for our boy OB.
Say your name, make your name ring.
Say your name, make your name ring.
My boy might get out next month.
No, you're killing me, dog.
I'm not joking, bro.
Okay.
You still got off?
I mean, I haven't released it yet. Because like I said, I can literally
hit him up.
I can literally cancel it the day before.
Yeah, hit him up. Hit him up because they're saying that now, like, the FBOP has rescinded the whatever bullshit that they did.
They're trying to do.
So now, like, things are going back to normal the way that the way it was, and he sounded very excited that so just like hit him up.
Listen, I'm gonna wait till the week before.
You know what?
The week before.
We're gonna see if we can get Buddy on the pod right now.
On the pod?
I don't know if he's gonna answer.
On the pod?
Hello.
Hey, you on the pod right now?
No, Wildin'.
Hey, look.
Wow.
So are you getting out next month?
Yeah, I'm getting on this month.
Oh,
right,
shit.
So Rav gonna come pick you up.
Okay. All right. Well, I need to talk to G-Lady and Camille. Tell you to send a request to her.
All right. Well, communicate with Rav, man.
Yeah.
Please do it now.
Let me know.
Don't be on that last minute shit.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping.
Hey, you on the pod, bro? You on the pod? I'm just saying.
I still never got a visitation.
I'm not tripping. I'm locked up. Rav locked in. What's up?
All right, 2-3 weeks, man.
Yo, what's good, my boy? How you living?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm glad.
Okay. Whatever happened to them visitation papers, man?
You don't need them now.
Hey, listen, it's all God. Listen. You can ask Dexy right there. I told him to get the ones from my mama, make copies, and give it to you. I told him a bunch of times.
Oh, so it's DK fault.
That's crazy. That's crazy. How you in prison blaming somebody else, bro? That's crazy. That's wild.
All right, man.
I'm being honest. I told him a bunch of times, and I told my mama.
Dang. Boys ain't getting none of them. All right, bro. We gotta get back to this pod, man. Hey, stay up though.
All right, man.
Okay. All right, so shout out to my boy. He sound well. Don't sound sick or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Hey, he said he lost like 100 pounds, man.
I'll believe it when I see it.
What you see? Okay, all right. I agree.
Niggas be talking.
I agree.
Everybody.
And sometimes you feel like you lost 100 pounds, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Nigga mentally lost 100 pounds.
Hey, if it's 30, 40, hey, a win is a win, my nigga.
10.
Win is a win. My guy, a win is a win, bro. I take it. Okay, all right, y'all. Let's go and let's rock into it. We got quite a bit to talk about. Before we got on the pod, he mentioned a topic that I definitely wanted to bring up. And it's been a topic surrounding the black community for a while now. It's a pretty, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a controversial topic, but it can get heated, especially like depending on your opinion on the matter. I'm gonna drop the video. I'm gonna see if I can go find it to make sure we get into the pod if you hadn't seen it.
Us. Oh, I'm black. No black people. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Kill that shit. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material of your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Fuck about what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them millions where the fuck I want to spend it at. Grab his Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the number one nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions and I make millionaires, baby. You understand me? I come from the ghetto.
My opinion is I agree. I mean, you either got a good business or you don't. The issue is there's, I don't know if it's because I can walk into an operation and know that maybe it's just not being managed well, but the effort is there for it to be a good business, maybe mismanaged, but versus one that is entirely negligent of what how the business should be running. And that's two different things, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's hard. Like, if you'd asked me this question 5 years ago, I think I would have definitely been more on like some wallow type shit. But now I know that like there is a concerted effort by those to do well. But I think people jump into shit too early and not necessarily know how to run a business. And, you know, that can lead to customer service lacking and things that should be going the way things not going the way that it should go. But overall, I think I agree with Wallow. I think the time we're well past supporting just for the sake of supporting when we know that like, yo, we can get better service somewhere else, especially when the reality is that money don't stretch the way that it used to. That shit is tight now. So unfortunately, wherever you spend your money, you want to make sure that like your time spent there, the value and the quality of what you're getting is up to par, especially when everything keeps going up.
All right, so pretty much to recap on what Wallow said is he was pretty much just talking about like how he doesn't really just support businesses because they're black businesses. That depending on the product or the service that they're providing, if it's not up to par, he kind of gave some examples about the quality of food. If the quality of food isn't up to par, or the customer service, things of that nature, and the truth is that before we start judging the words that came out of his mouth, let's look at the audience that he was speaking to. Because I follow Wallow and I follow Willie the Kid, and it's one of them things where they give a lot of information to people who look like us, and a lot of their audience are people who look like us. And the one thing I'll tell you without a shadow of a doubt is that I already know that these are two people that support black business. They support anything that is black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
They are very much within our community when it comes to our rap community and trying to get people from the streets to trying to get them some intelligence to how to move and invest, open up their businesses, how to open up their businesses, so on and so forth. So these are pretty much teachers and professors in the game. His audience were entrepreneurs. And I don't know what they look like, but if I had to imagine, probably entrepreneurs that were black.
Oh no, they're definitely black. It was a room full of black people.
So now the reason why I'm saying that is because when you start a business, you cannot start a business thinking that the community gonna come and save you. That's not the mentality you should have. Yeah. When I started mine, as a matter of fact, I don't even have it in my mind that my community is gonna be there to pour money into me or provide the service for me to go out there and go get clients. Well, that's not how I got into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're somebody that is wanting to get into the restaurant game or get into anything, you got to get into something and understand that you need to have the best of the best quality and the best service, period, in the game. Because if you don't have that mentality and you think that just because you're producing something, you're dropping it in the community where black and brown people can come, then let me tell you something, that's not going to work. Yeah. Our money does not stretch within our community the way that any other race stretches it within theirs. You know what I'm saying? We get a dollar, it exchange hands one time and it already finds itself in the Asian or white community. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to say this. I think that I understand on face value what he was saying, especially as an entrepreneur. I think that's the mentality that you should have, is that like, look, don't care about what the customers look like or this, that, and the third. Worry about what you can control, which is your product, which is your service, and in return what that can bring, and having that culture and that kind of like that blue magic label where it's just like, sorry to make this into a drug thing. But kind of like, you know what I'm saying, everybody in the streets know that is a quality brand. And that's what I'm trying to produce with my companies. Before I'm trying to scale up, which is easy, I'm not say it's easy, but it's something that you can easily try to get into the mental of like numbers. Let me get more clients, because you just equate that to dollars. But understand that the true dollars come into how reliable you are, how dependable you are, how good is your brand. Can people just talk about you without you even having a website or a commercial or whatever? Are you already getting out there just off of the face of the fact that your shit is the shit? You know what I'm saying? So, but I'll also say, for anybody that's making this into like black people don't support black people, man, let me tell y'all something. This guy Wallow definitely supports the community without a shadow of a doubt. And the reality is that some of y'all do need to hear that, because one of the things I don't like about Atlanta is I feel like they service for a lot of these restaurants is fucking trash. A lot of their foods is overpriced. We had a pod on this a couple years back, and I still stand on that. I haven't been in Atlanta in about a year as far as any one of those spots, but my experience was that. And it's just like, man, I went out there to support my people, and it's like, damn, I should have just went to, you know what I'm saying, fucking anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? Because this spot, I'm waiting an hour and 30 minutes, and I'm getting overpriced food, and it's just like, yeah, this shit ratchet. This shit ghetto as hell. You know what I'm saying? And the food wasn't even that good. Yeah. So I say all that to say is just like, when you have those kind of spots that put a taste in your mouth, you just like, all right, you kind of, you know, you may not want to be a part of that, just support black because it's black. And trust me, I'm not doing that no more. I'm going to do my research before I go and spend my dollars into a black restaurant or just a black business in general. So, yeah. I agree with him, but, you know, I just want everybody to understand, like, yes, please, before you go put money into any other community, do your best to try to support your own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the reality is it's a touch and go situation, right? Because there have been times where I've showed up to support and then the shit is ass.
Yeah, but I've also been to establishments or been to businesses that are predominantly white, and those were ass. So all I'm saying is just like, I don't want to have this negative connotation that it's just our community. And sometimes it feels that way because we go out of our way to support, and then sometimes in going out of our way to support, we get, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but it is a common practice that, you know, how can I put it? In business in general, that your product is either good or it's not, right? But in black culture, regardless, you know, you will have those that say we still need to show up to support, and like that's where like the shit gets. Yeah,
that's bullshit. I don't think you have that many of people gonna be advocates for a bad product or a bad service or subpar situation.
So but I'm saying, like, back when this was like a heavier topic in the late teens of the 2000s, you know, there were plenty of conversations online about how like, like, you know, y'all need to show up, still support. They're learning all that, and I get all of that, right? But
I don't get that. Well, look, man, y'all need to get the bugs out before you go live. That's how I feel.
I hear you, but at the same time, that you can't do that. You gotta go live. Like you can't practice a full restaurant.
I mean, you do. They call that soft openings. You normally would do a soft opening for about 2-3 weeks. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And so that way you get people, you know what I'm saying, in the groove. And you know when you first do a grand opening, it's gonna be a big hit, big crowd, things of that nature.
If you got that type of marketing skills, but I'm saying also. There is a lot of times you will have a good product, and then overnight, you know, 50 people are now in your restaurant, but you've only seen 5 or 6, right? So your staff, everyone is accustomed to a slow process, and then, you know, next thing you know, somebody come in, review your shit, and then you got 100 people.
It's kind of like right now, if somebody were to try to dump 100 clients on me, I would have to decline. I would have to decline. I can't
at a restaurant, you can't do that though. Like that's your livelihood. You can't turn away people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta.
Man, you know that's tough. I'm gonna be real. I don't really know what to do in that situation. I would say
I'm saying you got to make the best of the situation. But what I'm saying is here, you can tell the difference in bad service. I can tell the difference in bad service of negligence and then mismanagement, which is just they haven't gotten there. Yeah, they just haven't gotten there yet. You know what I'm saying?
And that I think we would, like you said, I think it's easy for us to like.
Some of us are, dog. But now listen, I say this out of love. It's a lot of ignorant people I know, dog. They don't be knowing, bro. And I be having to sit there at the table like explain to them.
I'm trying to support us so bad.
Like, bro.
I'm trying to support us so bad.
Like, I be out at a regular restaurant and they be complaining and like tripping on the server. I was like, she working 8 tables. Like, y'all can't tell it's only 3 people running around this bitch.
I'm also gonna be honest. Sometimes when you go to a restaurant, especially when you know it's busy, it's incumbent on us to tell the waiter everything that you fucking want. If you want straws with your stuff, let them know when they come and when they come ask you for your drink to get straws. If you know you want plasticware instead of silverware, you let them know from the jump. Because sometimes if you wait for your food to come out and then you like, oh damn, I needed plasticware. Well, they think that you're good. They about to go check on the other 6, 7, 8 people to make sure that that they're good before they come back around to you. So you gotta have that. You gotta have that ability as a customer when you go spots. Like, tell them everything you need so you can get all that shit up front. We know what we want. You know what we want when we go to a restaurant.
I think my issue is when I go out and eat with people sometimes, like, I know these niggas ain't that good at their job and they be expecting perfection. And it's like, nigga.
Facts.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, I probably, like, it's some people that, like, I know, dog, like, I can't even go out to eat with these niggas. Like, it's people that, like, ain't necessarily my friends, but, like, I'd be like, nah, bro, I'll never go out to eat with these people again. Ain't no fucking way, bro. They don't know how to act. Like, what the fuck wrong with y'all?
I ain't gonna lie. I hate that at our age, bro.
Fucking hate it, dog.
Bro, it's one of them things. How can I put this? It's pretty bad sometimes. Like, when I go out somewhere and you make me feel uncomfortable because, like, now I feel like we'd allow people or we'd allow group amongst whatever. And I'm sorry, like, I talk loud, and I catch myself sometimes. But I just hate that, especially we talking about something ignorant too.
No,
it'd be different if we just like, you know what I'm saying, he highing over like just, you know what I'm saying, good vibes or whatever. But sometimes people just loud talking about some stuff you should not be talking about at a spot that is like, I promise, come on, man, we don't need to do this right now.
Me and Trish was at Cheesecake Factory like 2 years ago, dog. And there was these kids, they obviously either were after prom, it was like a homecoming or something like that. I forgot what it was, but it's clear that it was a bunch of kids came from shit. Bro, when I tell you the conversation they was having was so inappropriate, dog. And then on top of that, I could tell that like the loudest one over there really wasn't none of their friends, dog. They're like, shit, that type of person that talk about all them niggas behind their back. I wanted to go over there and be like, I need y'all to know something. Y'all learn this eventually, but this chick right here, she ain't y'all friend, bro. Like, the way she talking about people, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, she talking about all y'all behind y'all back. Like, you'll learn it eventually because you'll grow up one day and you'll figure it out. But just know that, like, this the type of person who really ain't your friend. Dog, like, but I'm saying, even still, dog, I'm just talking about when I go out with people, dog, and, like, they be nasty to the waiter and waitress, and, like, it's just uncalled for, bro. Because, again, dog, ain't nothing to call the manager over, explain your situation, dog, and get taken care of, dog. At bare minimum, you can write an email to corporate, you gonna get a gift card. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that extra ignorant ass shit, dog, hey, man, leave that shit at the door, bro. Cause, like, I'm the type to like, never go out with you again, dog. Cause, like, that shit's just uncalled for, man. And, like, it's one experience, and niggas will be acting like, you know what I'm saying, like, their whole day is ruined. I ain't got time for that shit, man. So, back on topic, though. I like I said, I can tell the difference between, you know what I'm saying, like, food coming out cold, you know what I'm saying? That's the waitress. That's the waitress fault. Food come out
because they put that out. You know they ring that bell. They said that it came.
Food come out hot, taking too long. It's the kitchen fault. You got to know the difference between what's going on in the restaurant, right? So, like, people be blaming, you know, the waitress. I mean, just in general, dog. It's hard to go out to eat with people because you believe people are self-aware. They're not, dog. I mean, or aware of what's going on. They're not. Yeah. I've been out. I've seen it. So I'm saying is, the issue comes where I still think there's room for allowing grace. Is like I said, some of these places, you know, they struggling. They've been doing TikToks and Instagram, Reels and all that. And, you know, they ain't seen much. Had to lay off people, don't even have their original staff, can't keep nobody. Next thing you know, somebody come in and review it. Boom, you got 80 people now, you know what I'm saying, you know, every hour and shit. I don't know how the numbers work, but you get my point, right? Yeah. They blow up overnight. You got to get them grace, man. So I'm saying it can't just be you either got a good product, you got great service, or you don't. No, it's a difference. As long as the customer, to me, I'm big on just customer service. As long as it's patient customer service, I'll show up once, it's rough, I come back again. You know what I'm saying? It's better, but may not be full up to steam or whatever. By that third time,
I'm gonna be real. If the food better be good either way.
Yeah, that's what. That's all I'm saying.
Because if you give me bad customer service and that food is banging,
nah, bro.
I'm telling you now, bro. I've been. When I say bad, I'm not saying like you just like rude or whatever. You just might not have like good customer service. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just like mid, you just blah when you there. But the food is banging, I'm gonna go back. You know what I'm saying? Every time.
Yeah, as long as the food is good, you're gonna keep the doors open.
Yeah, but you can have great customer service and subpar food, I'm not going back, bro. Like, there's nothing for me to because you were nice.
Well, that's part of the product line, though, right?
Yeah, but that's why I say, like, first things first. That food needs to be, you know what I'm saying? That food, that menu. Let somebody say the customer service is horrible, but goddamn, was that, chicken?
You'll see a lot of reviews.
Was that damn
You'll see a lot of reviews of places that's popping where, like, the customer service, like, all the reviews that's, like, 1 or 2 stars is because the customer service was terrible.
The food was just,
when the food got there, though, hey,
all right, but
all
the food
all is well.
And they'll always say, the food was good, and but
hey, because the crazy thing is a good product, which, don't get me wrong, in terms of a restaurant, the atmosphere is part of the product, but really it's the food, bro.
Yeah, they'll go back. They'll go back, man.
But again,
but you're right. You want to have both. You need both. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely want to have both, but the main point here is, like I said, man, I'm only now a little bit, like I said, I was hard on that Wallow shit 5 or 6 years ago, but now with the rise of, like, food influences and shit like that, bro, people definitely need more grace, dog. People will be struggling for a whole year, barely keeping the doors open. Next thing you know, is one person review they shit, man. Come to find out, this is the most amazing food in the world here, and now they got niggas beating down their door, fucking 20. I was in. Have you ever been to Donna Letty's?
No.
Okay, I was in Donna Letty's, dog. The fucking DoorDash thing was just, dog. It was spitting them hoes out.
Damn.
Spitting. I couldn't imagine what that shit is like, bro. Like, even as busy as I am on, like, a daily, and we do millions of dollars a month.
Yeah.
Nigga. That, like, literally, the motherfucker wouldn't stop spitting out orders.
I can imagine, because I just got a 24/7 client, and it messed up how it kind of messed up my rotation with some of my employees, and then I just got a client out there in League City. Mm-hmm. Mind you, man, they paying 42 an hour. I mean, 41 an hour.
That's far.
Yeah, but they paying 40.
Yeah, they're paying for it. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so just got a client out there in League City, and it's like, dang, like now I'm having to get back into rotation and work more hours, and I've been kind of like comfortable with like doing my little 5 to 7 here and there. Sometimes I might do a little 8-hour shift. But now it looks like your boy might have to get back to them 12s.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Until I go to Vegas. But
and see, that's the thing, man. See, as you can see, shit can throw you off.
But that means I gotta hire more people.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, you get on it and you correct it quickly. But I'm saying sometimes, like I said, you gotta show up and give people grace based off of what, I'm saying, like you show up once to a restaurant and they out of something. Okay, cool. But the food was fire. It was missing this thing I wanted to try. Yeah. You show up again, they still out of it. All right, it's one thing for somebody, again, to tell you, hey, it's logistics. They just having trouble getting shit in because of tariffs, whatever. I hate to use a bunch of examples, but my point is, as you get older, you should be able to mature to the point to understand, how business works and like what is affecting the business versus what they're not handling on their own. Yeah. And I'm saying, if you're being negligent, not managing your business correctly, okay, cool.
And then also understand,
I ain't fucking with you.
I'm also going to tell people, like, understand that we are humans, and even machines make mistakes. Like sometimes you see it like a restaurant, somebody make a mistake on the order or something like that, and it's like people just don't know how to handle a mistake. Like it's kind of like, how dare you make such a mistake? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, chill, relax.
Bro, I can't go out with them type of people.
It happens.
Yeah,
it's okay.
That's what I was trying to explain earlier. I can't go out with them people, man.
And also, I'm gonna tell people, like, you need to have courtesy to find out what your waiter's name. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask them before they walk away, hey, what's your name? Get their name and respond back to them. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, whoever. You know what I'm saying? If you want them to, like, reciprocate good service to you, let them know that you actually hear them. You see them as a person. It's not just something that's, like, walking and bringing you the food and that's it. Yeah. But go ahead. Keep it popping.
Yeah. Like I said, man, the thing is a good people who are good at managing and got a good product, they're going to get it together. But at times, I do think that, like, depending on the circumstance, sometimes people may need grace, man. Because I remember back when 2020 was going on, I remember, people started complaining about Brothers Pizza. But like that was a place that like kind of blew up overnight. Dude had like been there for years, kind of casual business. Yeah. But then like overnight, you know what I'm saying? Like
everybody ordering pizza.
Motherfucker ran out of shit. Like, hey, what the fuck you expect? He ordering for what his
estimated product for the week.
That motherfucker got a food cost, labor cost, all that shit.
Maybe he got a little bit extra just in case. Yeah. Okay, COVID happened. Let me just get a little bit more just in case, and then things blow up. Hey, we're out.
motherfucker, y'all ain't here complaining. Hey, yo, he getting Pizza Hut and Domino orders now.
He probably not even making like money the way you think he makes. Sometimes when you get that kind of a push, you almost just trying to like keep things like going. So you just taking whatever you can take. You know what I'm saying? Things cost a little bit more, so on and so forth. So
yeah, I'm just saying, man, sometimes you gotta allow people grace depending on the circumstances, and that's all I'm saying. So, but again, at the end of the day, like I said, I think we both agree with Wallow. Just supporting just to say you supporting ain't doing them no favors either, though.
It doesn't.
You get what I'm saying?
It makes it worse because it doesn't help them. It doesn't let them know like, hey, my product or my service is not up to par.
At the end of the day, it don't do anybody any favors. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right.
What we got?
All right, let's move on to the next topic here real quick.
Real quick, before we go to the next topic, my boy is going to watch Sinners by the next episode because I know some of y'all probably came up in here like, hey, we got to talk about this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to give my opinion, even though I'm just going to say y'all need to go watch that damn movie. But y'all need to go watch
I was already here for it once I seen it.
So, but we are going to discuss it on the next pod. My boy will go watch it. That's the homework.
Yeah,
that he has between now and
I already bought my ticket, so I don't know why.
All right, say less. Well, I have to let him know, like, dang, they ain't gonna talk about Sinners.
Yeah, bro. I promise not. Listen, trying to explain shit to niggas who ain't got kids is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I was ever like this nigga at one point. Damn. I probably was. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't trip on you. I'm just saying.
Dog, this nigga lying, dog. This nigga was all like, "What do you mean you ain't seen it yet, nigga?" Nigga, I done seen it twice.
Nigga 3 times, damn it. Shit.
Nigga trip. Hey, but I'm in that thing this Sunday though, for real. We gonna have that. All right. Let's go and let's get into some of these allegations, man. We got some updates on some. So Druski, Druski's been validated. He released images today that show that he made 18 calls in Georgia on the night that supposedly the allegation happened that he was named in the Diddy lawsuit. So it showed 18, and then he released I don't think this was necessary, but he released a bank statement showing he had 91 cents in his account. You know what I'm saying? And somebody had like Zelled him like money 3 times that day. You know what I'm saying?
So he pretty much saying like, look, I was a bum.
Listen,
I was a bum. I wasn't even somebody.
I couldn't afford to pay attention. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't. I was out here just trying to make it.
Listen,
to make it. I couldn't even
listen. The struggle, it was real. Dog.
I couldn't even get a Big Mac.
The struggle was real. No, swear to God.
Yeah, bro.
Swear to God.
Look. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I remember them days.
No,
I remember them days. I remember them days where it's like you calling people like, hey, you know, send me like $2. You at the register.
Please.
You at the register like, hey, can you send me like just $12 real quick?
Please, mama, let me borrow $20. I just need gas money till payday. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, listen, the struggle was real. So it's one of those things. Even though I think that like the general consensus was, this probably some bullshit. Like,
but now it's definitely bullshit.
But yeah, now we know, like because again, he exonerated himself.
Just look like Druski.
But remember that, so that leads us back to what I kind of thought, which is, unfortunately, again, we understand that probably some substance abuse was occurring.
Yeah.
She probably thought, you know what I'm saying?
Odell right now, like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah.
I mean, Odell ain't vindicated himself yet.
Well, I'm just saying, Odell, he feel a little.
I mean, I don't. But again, they might have thought it was Odell. You know what I'm saying?
Odell, little. Okay, let me chill. Allegedly.
Listen.
Allegedly.
The Bieber video.
Allegedly. Let's not do it. Next topic.
But again, that video does not mean that these allegations are true.
I ain't gonna lie, that video says a lot to me. It says a lot to me.
Listen, we don't know if that video was not consensual. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
See, that's my problem. That's my problem.
All right, hold on.
That's my problem.
You cannot.
You right. I'm gonna leave it alone.
You cannot say. Listen,
I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
You can
I'm
think
not going there.
You can think.
Okay, I'm thinking a lot.
Okay,
I'm thinking a lot.
I'm not going to deny you your right to think that.
All right.
But you cannot say
you're right.
Not
Definitively, I can't say it.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I'm just telling you what it looked like.
It looked bad.
Looked predatorial to me.
It looked bad.
All right.
Okay. All right. But I'm just saying, free my man
Bieber, dog.
Huh?
Free my man Bieber, man.
From his shackles. He need to have his Kanye West moment.
Free my man from his mental shackles, man.
Yeah, so
dang, they be preying on my boy.
So rolling into the next topic before we get into the Shannon Sharpe shit. You seen Kanye West's tweets?
Oh man, didn't he say something about like his cousin?
Yeah, so
I listened to a Breakfast Club clip this morning.
So he claims that from an early age till he was 14.
Let me get my pillow.
You know, he had to do some unfortunate favors for a cousin until he was 14 years old. That's what he claimed in the tweet. I will say that if true, then I don't necessarily. I mean, it is. Damn, how do I say this best? It is very apparent that Kanye is struggling with something, right? Like that's been known. But I think me and you both been on the same page, which is all like, I understand that like he going through some shit, but like I'm not making excuses for his behavior, right? Like at the same time, somebody need to hold him accountable for the way that he acts. But it's one of those things again where it's like we never know what's going on in people's world or what happened to them growing up and the trauma that they've been through. And so I will say that if what he's saying is true, and for me personally, being an empathetic person, I'm gonna allow him a little more grace. I think the issue is just that I can't rule out, and this is unfortunate, I can't rule out that it's just not another attempt to seek attention.
No, look.
I just unfortunately, I hate to be that person, but I just can't rule that possibility out. They're like, he's just, grasping at something for attention.
I'm gonna be honest, man. My thoughts and prayers to Kanye West. I don't really have much to say on the topic because, I'm not gonna speak on somebody that I think is having, it's obvious that has like some mental issues that may be dealing with, and that's just my personal assessment. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist, nothing like that. But it just seems like to me that he's obviously mentally disturbed. And, I do believe him. I do think that probably did happen.
Okay.
I don't think that he's making it up. Right. And if he is making it up, to me, it is just as bad as it probably happening, to be honest, because that's where your brain goes to. I think my man is struggling, bro. And I think that, and this is going to sound slightly fucked up, but it's really the truth. I think he needs to understand that social media is not a place for therapy. And some people may be like, damn, like people can't just tell their truths and da-da-da. You can if you want to. You have the right to do it. But it doesn't change shit. It's not something like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it feels good to you because you got it off of your chest. But I wonder is that really helpful to you in the long run? Why don't you instead of getting it off of your chest, why don't you get it worked out with a professional? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that news do for me or for anybody else that you went through that or you did that with your cousin? That both of you guys at a young age were participating in such acts. What does that do for us, the people listening to it? Except for the fact that it may try to excuse you from some of the actions or some of the things that you have done or, you know what I'm saying, throughout your life. But in reality is that if you're still the same person, then the product still exists, bro. You didn't change nothing. So I just tell people sometimes like, yo, like if you have been through something, first things first, before you just got to tell the world. And I'm not saying don't. You know what I'm saying? It's not my place to tell you what to do with said information of what you went through. But I think first, in private, go get the help that you need. Seek the help that you need first before you come out here with your chest out telling us like what went on. Because at the end of the day, I think it does more damage than good 99% of the time. You know what I'm saying? If I went through something, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't need to tell y'all shit. Let me go get that squared away. And that doesn't mean that like I haven't had things that happen in my life that could be hurtful or whatever the case may be. The same goes for you or anybody else. But it's just like, don't handle that shit within. And it may not be that it went to the extent of Kanye, but some people may have like issues with they pops. Some people may have issues with like, you know what I'm saying, the upbringing, people not, believing in them. And whatever the case may be. Go get that shit squared away so you can like manage that. You know what I'm saying? But to come out here and just be like, man, my dad never loved me. Or, man, nobody ever believed in me. What the fuck does that do? You said it? Okay. You might get some people that will acknowledge, but then you're also, we're not the ones that are going to help you through that trauma.
Well, of course not, because
you know what I'm saying?
It's a terrible place.
So it just seems like a place of, it just doesn't, and I feel like Kanye has to know this because Kanye's in the world. He's literally in the business of social media. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's in the business of social media. So it's like one of the things where he knows how the shit work. So that's why I'm really just kind of like, yo, like, it's just like just a troll? Is this just something that you just want to go trending? You like, all right, You know what I'm saying? I got an album that just came out. Well, you already talked about it on the album, so you didn't really need to tweet the shit. But maybe you just felt like the album wasn't getting talked about, and you just needed to tweet the shit.
And now you get to and again, it's not to discredit what he's saying, but I'm just saying,
I believe him. I do believe him. Which
I'm glad you believe him, because with all the outlandish stuff that Kanye has said, I don't know if I believe him. I just can't,
and that's fair.
And
that's
like I just can't. I'm not saying it's not that, because the issue is I kind of go to what you're saying, right? Is just like I don't feel like reading through the tweets that led up to it. It wasn't like he was provoked into telling the truth, or even having like something that's been heavy on me. People ask me why I am the way I am, and da-da-da-da. He didn't lead into it with nothing, dog. Like the reveal was just very, like, if you read all the tweets, like, it's literally the bottom part of it, right? And like, if you read all the tweets and don't read that last part, you would never even know that, like, that's where this was headed. So it just, and again, it's not to discredit what he's saying, and to say that he wasn't a victim of abuse of some sort, maybe potentially.
It seemed, but I think he was the older one. I think he was the one that initiated the stuff with the cousin. I think the cousin was younger than him at the time.
That's even.
That's what but they were both young though. They were both young. That's just not me saying that he was like 18, person was like 8.
Yeah.
I think maybe he was like 11 and 8.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So we're both like
same age,
we're still fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And it does not mean that one cannot be a predator and one cannot be the victim. But I'm just saying that it's just like, dog, even with all of this that we're talking about, why is it that you are giving us this fuel to discuss this stuff in a public setting? Like, what? Like, damn, like, you airing out your cousin, you airing out his trauma, you airing out like possible family trauma between his siblings and his mama and daddy and his kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just like, dog, like, you not even. It just seemed like you just you crashing out. You a crash dummy. Like, so it's like,
I'm sorry.
You know
well, he been that.
So, and the reason why I gotta say I believe it is because, like, if you getting out here and you lying about something like that, and you said cousin, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that defamation lawsuit is crazy. Crazy work.
It's true, but
crazy work. But I'm just saying, it's like you're right. We don't know.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But I'm going to take him for his word, because I feel like you, in my opinion, is just like, this would be even crazier for you to lie about. But you're right. I can't. I can't wrap my head around something.
I think you're trying to rationalize.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't wrap my head around something that is irrational, right?
Yeah,
so it's just like, I just have to understand, like, damn, that was an irrational decision. But it's just like, bro, either way, I just don't see what net positive
would it benefits him at all. I feel you. I don't ever see anything Kanye does being a net positive for him today.
And respectfully, Joe, I just hate people who are like public victims. Like, it just, I never feel comfortable with it. I'm not saying that I don't acknowledge victims in a situation, but for you to go publicize your trauma or whatever, to be a public, like, that to be your public label as a victim, is just like, dog, I can never get around it, because I just feel like it's off of false pretense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like
it's just weird to me, and that goes for men and women. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to necessarily discredit all of it, because I do feel like you can be a champion for a cause, though. You get what I'm saying? And but you still need to be doing the work, right? Like, Kanye is just crashing out all the time, every time he has an opportunity to, and that to me is what further discredits a lot of the shit that he be saying. It's just
like, bro, just like 2 months ago, you talking about Jay-Z's kids,
dog.
Not even 2 months ago, a couple weeks ago, you talking about Jay-Z's kids.
Jay-Z owns his masters and shit.
You know what I'm saying? You like, it's just like, dog, you just be saying stuff, and it just, for me, I just feel like, man, I wish Buddy could just go get the help. And we've been saying this for too long, because it's almost like we waiting for the day that he's on some Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson type of tip, and we just like, damn, we lost a great one today. But it's like, right now, you could go seek the help, you know what I'm saying, that you need. And I partially blame us, because maybe we just need to start ignoring the guy, you know what I'm saying, and letting him understand, like, you don't matter the way that you think you matter to us, because he's losing so much of that public, like.
I do think, though, to a certain extent, maybe potentially for somebody like Kanye, I don't know if that would bring him to his senses. You get what I'm saying?
Might make it worse, yeah.
Like, I do feel like, I don't know, I think that from this point forward, we need to take the conversation of sending positive energy to Kanye and letting him know that, like, hey,
we pray for you.
Like, listen, man, we know all this is just a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that, like, hey, no matter what you do, get up here and say, no matter what you do, we know you just lashing out because you don't want to.
I just don't want him to go out like Whitney and Michael, man. I hope Buddy like is able to go out of old age and
he don't want to
in his 80s and shit like that. Like,
I'm not saying, I can't say for certain, but publicly, nobody has denied anything was wrong with them more than Kanye. Kanye, and every time he has one of these things,
he's getting a lot of passes. Dog.
I'm free. I can finally be who I am.
He got a lot of passes.
A bunch of people on the internet saying, "Man, Kanye telling the truth, man. Y'all think he crazy."
He went up on stage and said, "George people don't like black people." Then went on. Then went. Was it Katy Perry?
No, Taylor Swift.
Talking about that Beyonce shit.
Had the greatest.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
time.
dog, Buddy had a whole girlfriend for like 2 years, just butt naked in front of everybody.
Yeah,
and just made it seem like that was normal, bro. And you got a whole daughter that you're telling the world that you want to like be a dad for and protect, but you got a whole woman that you just carrying around with ass and titties out.
Yeah,
every day. Every day, you know what I'm saying?
I thought Kanye was getting better.
You got a black, bro. You got a black KKK suit on. You know what I'm saying? So like, dog, don't even laugh, bro, because the shit not even funny. It's like, bro, that's insulting for you to get on, for you to like do that. Like, it's real insulting, bro.
I feel you, dog.
And it's just like you doing this shit, thinking like we supposed. It's like if you want to be talked about, then dog, just keep making good music because you know that we would talk about it.
I held that shit in just so yeah.
Yes, bro, that was crazy, dog. And for you to like, hey, let me go change it. You come back out
like
here with a whole black KKK fitted robe on is crazy work. Then you want us to then feel bad because you and your little cousin was doing this. And you want us to feel like you a victim when you were just trolling us a second ago.
But is he the victim though?
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck he is.
The way you just explained it.
I don't think, but I'm sure in his mind he feels like he's a victim of something. A victim of like.
Well, that's a problem.
You know, because from what he said that he got into his mom and dad, his mama's porn stuff.
Yeah.
Or corn stuff. Sorry. Mama's corn stuff, and then like, you know what I'm saying, started acting it out with his cousin who was younger than him. It's just like, dog, like. Okay, fine. Even if that is what was going on, I would feel for you more if you didn't have all these 8 or 9 or 10 things that you've done this in the past 365 days that I just felt was like off the wall crazy. Like Justin Bieber, even if all these allegations are true, we feel for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we feel for Buddy.
Yeah.
We feel for Buddy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we don't believe that you were trolling. Just trying to like get the rise out of anybody.
And also you could tell that his behavior was just rebellious, been through some shit, struggling with. Like Kanye out here,
even now you can tell like he's actively doing work. He talks about the active work that he's doing. So even if you were to come out and say what Kanye just said and all these things are true, I would be like, you know what? Like you're an activist for people who are going through said trauma. Whereas Kanye, I just feel like you are a troll for people who are going against said trauma.
It's hard to open up sympathy to Kanye, given that, you know, the last 5-year run that he's been on has been nothing but, you know what I'm saying,
troll,
putting people against him. And so I've always felt like Kanye just wanted to take on the ultimate bad boy role. You know what I'm saying? Whoever, I think he, you know, I don't particularly care for psychoanalyze people, but I mean, it just felt like he just wanted any and everybody could get to hate him. You know what I'm saying? Because some people live off of that shit. Some people do live off of that me against the world type shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people thrive in that environment. And the thing is like, especially like when you look at the journey of Kanye, you watch the documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw that documentary.
Dog, like
so
I'm saying,
good, bro.
It is. Dog, amazing.
Bro, we're talking about an artist who should be doing halftime shows for the Super Bowl. We're talking about an artist that should be musically that should be doing the grand for Coachella.
A pantheon of like the greatest ever.
Bro, we're talking about somebody who, if right now was just like sane, you would say he's the best living artist in the world, bar none. Not even probably, bar none. You couldn't tell me that you could like argue, like given his like body of work, you could. But see, all these things are just tarnishing his brand to the point where it's just like, dog.
Yeah, man.
For what?
It's unfortunate, man. And so
the one thing I hate when niggas just give away money. I hate it. Y'all want to talk about representing things black, supporting black? That's what I support, bro. I hate the fact that we just be throwing away money for no reason. Ja Morant, did it like you named some of these people just like
now Ja Morant's a good example.
It's just kind of like just clean some of this shit up.
But I'm saying
make your bread.
At Kanye level, I don't think it's no longer about money, man. I feel the true bit of empathy that I have for Kanye is just that I don't know if we'll ever know exactly what's going on with Kanye, because he refuses, and like we don't have to know, but I don't know if Kanye ever wants to get to the root of what's going on with him. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, man, like I think also another thing that we got to take into account here is just that like some people are actually psychotic, and I mean like beyond the scope of help. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that we don't think about because we believe that therapy cures all, but there are people who therapy can't help. You know what I'm saying? They're beyond the scope of what is reasonable and tangible to get to a point of functional in a society that we see as normal. You know what I'm saying? So we also have to look at it from the perspective of Kanye may be far beyond what is considered, helpful or can be, I don't want to say we're fixed, but you get my point. I just don't know if that even exists in his world ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, we don't have to know what the true depth and scope of what Kanye is going through, but I don't know if he wants to. Like, he could truly believe that nothing is wrong with him at all in any capacity, and we know that shit ain't true. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's get into this last topic. Let's talk the recent allegations against Shannon Sharpe. It's going to be pretty short because, I mean, there's not a ton of stuff going on right now. Did it drop today or did it drop yesterday? I wasn't on social media yesterday.
I think he dropped it today, if I'm not mistaken.
I know the audio dropped today.
I think it was today. And I think he made a statement maybe last night.
Okay, so this is from the Griot. This was 4 hours ago. So I'm assuming everything like hit today though. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the story might have dropped late last night or whatever while everybody, you know what I'm saying, was running the Twitter streets or whatever. But it says, this is from the Griot. It says NFL Hall of Famer and ESPN commentator Shannon Sharpe is denying explosive allegations made in a newly filed $50 million lawsuit that accuses him of sexual assault, battery, and emotional abuse by a woman who was 19 when their relationship began in 2023 and lasted nearly 2 years. The civil suit filed under the pseudo Jane Doe alleges multiple instances of abuse during what she described as a rocky consensual relationship. The lawsuit claims that Sharpe, 56, became increasingly manipulative and threatening, including one incident where he allegedly grabbed her by the neck and threatened to kill her after seeing her attempt to share her location out of fear. Other claims include threats made in the presence of a firearm and repeated instances of verbal and physical intimidation. Sharpe's legal team responded forcefully, releasing explicit alleged text messages between the two that they say prove the relationship was consensual and sexual in nature and often initiated by the accuser. These messages, which include graphic BDSM-related content and requests for money, are being used by Sharpe's attorneys to challenge the plaintiff's credibility and motives. His lawyer, Lanny J. Davis, says Sharpe categorically denies the allegations and is prepared to defend himself in court. The case is ongoing with the Jane Doe's legal team yet to respond publicly to Sharpe's. So yeah, this was kind of before I get Tony Busby.
Before you go, so who's the young lady's lawyer?
Her lawyer is Tony Busby.
All right, so I think that's enough said, y'all. Let me go first. Yeah, don't believe our victims. Anybody that says believe our victims, yeah, that's bullshit. Don't believe our victims, and this is one of them.
Well, yeah.
This is one of them things where, though weird, and I'll get to that in the latter part of this discussion. This is one of them things where you can't tell me that it was a consensual relationship, yet it was just like rocky relationship. Did you want out and he forced you to stay? If that's not what you're claiming, then I don't want to hear nothing.
Rocky consensual is wild.
Yeah, it's just like those two things don't make sense. I don't know if I've ever even
heard that said before.
Those two things don't make sense to me. If you wanted out and he said that you must stay or he forced you to stay, if he did some Diddy stuff and pulled you back into the hotel room or something like that, okay, cool. I'm with it. I'm get you. Let's all get our pitchforks and go after Shannon Sharpe. But I'm also going to tell you this. It's just like you got the OnlyFans. You got you sitting up here, dropping these edited videos or cut up videos and cut up conversations and things of that nature. It's one of them things where like, nah, I don't want to hear nothing. What I will say though for Shannon Sharpe, and this is where I think that he's wrong, and this is what I would call weird. My guy, you're almost 3 times her age.
He was 53 at the time when she was 19.
When y'all were, you were closer to being 3 times her age than you being twice her age. Bro, what are you doing? What type of weird stuff is you on? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we sitting up here? Like, if that's what you want, that's the type of time you want, just go get an escort, bro. Go get an escort. Like, to me, that's the best insurance for your sexual deviant ass. Just go get an escort. For you to be up in here dealing with a 19-year-old who knows that got no care about where you at. As a matter of fact, it's just going to be a leech on you who can crash out on you at any time because of her age and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, why are these black people fucking up their money? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. If you're gonna be into that shit, I'm not even saying don't be some almost 55-year-old man like wanting to be on some freaky shit. Do your thing. Go get an escort. That way it's already known. If she come out and say some dumb shit, you an escort.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? You an escort. I paid you. You knew what time it was. I don't want to hear none of this nonsense. What do you think these billionaires is doing? What do you think these people who got hundreds of millions of dollars is doing? You know what I'm saying? You don't think that they on some sexual deviant shit? Why are you dealing with somebody who's 19, bro? But I mean this for real.
I know you mean for real, but I'm saying also billionaires and them be on that same shit. They be
and they deserve the downfall, even if it's not this, because you on some weird shit. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. It's just like you fucking with peasants and expecting not to get like peasantry type, you know what I'm saying, exposure. This is it. I
think before you go forward, I think that's more of like where I'm at with the Shannon Sharpe shit is
it's an obvious shakedown.
Do
you not concur? Do you feel like
listen, stranger things have happened. I'm holding out till you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm holding. Okay,
all the damning.
You're right. I'm holding, but I'm just giving you I'm giving you my forefront opinion. Tony Bugsby to me, red flag already. Anything Tony Bugsby is on at this point, I'm just like, dog.
I get you, but also everybody fuck up. According to like one of these lawyers who are popular, Tony Bugsby is the best litigation lawyer in the history of like the game. So his claim to fame is this shit. So I'm not gonna say. Just because he fucked up with Jay-Z, which it could have definitely been,
but I don't think it was just Jay-Z that he had an issue with. But go ahead.
But I'm saying it just could have been that being sloppy. But from it before the Jay-Z shit, you mentioned Tony Bugsby, and it is, hey, nigga, settle. Cause like you gonna get cooked. Like that's what his name meant.
He's gonna hurt your name regardless, win or lose.
So yeah. With that being said, my thing with the Shannon Sharpe shit is at some point in time, we gonna hope. You know what? I can't even say that. Listen, Coochie has toppled empires. Okay, to me now, I think more about it. Yo, this is just another day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess if I'm being truthful, at the height that like Shannon Sharpe is hitting, I feel like it's unfortunate, but I also think that like at some point in time, it's almost bound to occur, right?
And you know better. And that's the thing is that you know better.
Yeah, there we go.
You know better. You was an athlete.
Just saying,
you were an athlete. You were matter of fact, you were that guy in college.
Yeah.
You were that guy in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You was that guy at FS1. Now you at ESPN.
Why we not making people sign non-disclosure agreements in general?
Forget all the non-disclosures, bro. You know how you at this point in your career, you should have better like wisdom to be like, you know what? There's certain people I'm not even gonna deal with.
Oh yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? It's just but you.
I think you think people have better judgment. They don't, dog.
Bro, I'm agreeing with you, but what I'm saying is that when you've gone, okay, like we give Anthony Edwards grace because we like, all right, bro, you 23, but we also gonna tell you like, all right, bro, it's time to grow up. Like you a man now, you got to understand there's women out here who will catch you up just so they can get 2 million, 3 million, 20 million, however much they can get out. They'll have a kid off of you just to get some bread. So we know that it exists. And I'm saying that Shannon Sharpe is like, bro, you've been dealing with this since college. You know what type of time this is. Since college, you've been dealing with this kind of women. I don't want to hear that you haven't, because you've told us stories about some things that you've been through. So why are we now at almost 55?
Yeah.
As if you haven't learned nothing.
Because again,
even forget a non-disclosure. If you get a 19-year-old to sign a non-disclosure at 55, I got a problem with you, bro.
I mean, the problem is there from jump, if you ask me, dog.
Because but you feel me, like, bro.
Why would a 55-year-old mess with a 19-year-old? We know why, dog. Because they can be easily manipulated.
Okay, but cool. So but you can go get it, bro.
It's not cool. It's already a problem.
All right, okay. My bad for saying it's cool. That's not.
I
don't necessarily. Yes, and I'm agreeing with you that it's on some weird shit. But what I'm saying is, why don't you go get somebody who's going to be a professional, bag chaser who's 26, 27? They literally exist. There are, and even if they're not professional bag chasers, they're not escorts. But you got women out here who like understand the code. But at 26, 27, 28.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying is
you want to play with fire.
I'm alluding to your point.
I'm getting that you want to play with fire.
Hear me out here. There are women who look better than her, older.
And she looked like
probably. I mean, she like if I was 21, okay.
Yeah, if I was 21, cool. But I just feel like, dog, if I got Shannon Sharpe money and Shannon Sharpe age,
I'm saying Shannon Sharpe is the type of cat who gets his pick at the litter.
That's what you picked.
So you get my point.
That's my problem.
I'm saying, listen, the flag was in from jump. Hey, flag on the plate. Throw the flag.
I don't want to tell you how I feel about it, because I just feel like,
I'm pretty sure we here. Okay,
all right.
I'm saying,
bro,
the issue is in general from jump. He chose her. Maybe she like
she was willing. She was willing to probably.
I'm saying maybe she might have latched on him first, right? Maybe she threw the net out there and like he bit the line. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she threw the line out there, he bit it. But the point is, at his age though, he should know. Nah, you too young. I'm good. I'm straight. Nah, you know what I'm saying?
You said he's what?
At his age.
No, before that.
You too young.
You said I'm good. I'm what?
Huh? I'm good. You too young.
Okay, I thought you said I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm straight. Oh, well, you okay? Never mind. We not thinking the same thing. This man out here wilding, dog.
No.
Listen,
look, man.
Hold on. But to my point, to talk about this age thing.
That's what I'm saying. I just think it's just weird, bro.
He could have any woman he wants. Okay, for the most part.
Can he? I don't know if he can, bro. I don't know, bro. To be honest with you, I think Shannon Sharpe dead ass. Just from like some of the things that I've witnessed these past like year and a half of Shannon Sharpe and like this exponential fame in this 2024, 2025 era, bro, he might be a weird ass dude, bro.
Okay.
I genuinely think, and I'm not even joking, I think Buddy really just like, and I'm not saying that I might be weird. I don't know.
Listen, I don't know. Listen, I think you're going off the rails. I just want to talk about
I am going off the rails. But I'm saying the situation compounded with some of the other dilemmas that he has had.
I mean, he is experiencing the cost of fame at a level that like he blew
very
up.
Few.
I'm saying, dog, like
it goes back to our situation we just talked about.
It's unfortunate for him.
He got an exponential amount of fame that he probably was not expecting.
Cat Williams put him in a sphere, atmosphere, right?
He probably thought I'm doing like 50,000 overnight. He's doing 5 million people.
Yeah, so now normally when people wouldn't be talking about him, now comedians making jokes and doing all this shit.
2023.
You know what I'm saying?
This is 2023.
And I'm saying Shannon Sharpe, to a certain extent, he country and old school.
Hey, Shannon, let me tell you something, bro. I don't want to hear nothing with you in the blogs. I'm so serious until summer of 2026. I don't want to hear nothing else, bro. Just keep your nose clean, dog.
Look, the thing is let me lay here. So Shannon Sharpe was about to get, reported news was his podcast was about to get $100 million deal. Who knows? Could be related to it. Probably is. But needless to say, to me, really, this being a shakedown, none of that really even matters. I'm saying,
you exposed yourself to the shakedown.
Dog, you are 53.
You exposed yourself to
dog, in what world should you be fooling with a 19-year-old?
She's 19.
And I'm going to always say that's the real issue here. Sure, you getting shook down, cool. If you was getting shook down by a 32-year-old.
I ain't going to lie to you, dog. You got to keep your kids away from a dude like that.
Bro, listen to me.
Dead ass. You got to keep, like, bro, that's a horny ass nigga, dog. That is a horny ass nigga, dog. And I'm so serious, bro.
Dog, come on,
bro.
man.
I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe it's just me, but I be working so damn much there's just like that shit don't be like fucking like on my mind the way that I just feel like dog, like y'all, like dog,
I extend some grace only because, man,
bro, get off of them hormones,
listen,
bro.
Hold on, though. When you got that kind of level of fame and money, the amount of women that get thrown at you, it's hard to resist all of them.
Yeah, I get it, but 19?
But
you know what I'm saying?
Oh no,
like,
listen,
bro,
listen.
19?
Yeah, it's just crazy to me, dog.
Even I'm telling you now, you give me a 19-year-old, the baddest of the baddest, bro. Please get the fuck away from me.
I don't even want them.
Get the fuck away from me, like, bro. That shit just like, yo, the turn on, man.
And and it was crazy is it's clear that like
because you got to hide her. You can't even take her out to eat to like a restaurant to go get a drink. Nothing. You got to hide this girl because she looked like she in high school. And she just got out.
It's crazy because it's clear that like
and she got an OnlyFans at 19. You know she crashing out at 19, bro. This is what you dealing with, bro.
Like dead ass, dog.
She's selling her pussy online as soon as she got of age. This is what you like dealing with.
I think what's worse is like the fact that like they were having issues or rocky shit in a relationship and he was going back. Bro.
You arguing with a fucking 19-year-old,
bro. From the moment you didn't work
53.
From the moment you didn't irk my last
with
nerve.
tens of millions of dollars.
No, it's all right. I'm good. I'm good on you. We ain't gotta talk no more, bro.
Bro, to be honest, never mind. Let me stop.
Look, man. Look, I'm here with you. I'm saying from the moment I found out.
Man, hide your kids from people. I see why y'all got the joint on your door.
Bro, swear to God.
No, it's for real, bro. Because people, look, man.
Listen.
It's be shit like this too. Because you would think that like, buddy, like, he got this pick of the litter. Like, this would be the last one that you would think would deal with like.
Man was 32 when she was born.
That's weird.
Man was 32 when she was born, dog.
That's weird.
Yeah. Okay. I just like to throw them shits out there.
And this is why it's an L, bro, because even though I'm telling you like to your face, I know it's a shakedown. And to my core, I believe it's a shakedown. You take a big ass L just because of like the content that come out of this, bro.
It's more likely a shakedown than not, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like just because of the facts that we know.
But see in the back of my head,
and mind you, he acknowledged the facts because he had to get out and say that, like, yeah, but this is a shakedown. We dealt with each other. It was consensual. She invited me over to her place. So a 19-year-old invited you to her place and you went. But it's just like now these questions come up in the barbershop where we got to sit up here because if we saying this just on the pod, imagine what they saying on the pod on barbershops.
But them niggas be ignorant, dog. Listen, in the back of my head though, because again,
if I go to a barbershop, my barber is saying that this shit is cool. That's the last cut you doing on my head. That's the last cut.
I hear you on the shakedown, and I'm like 75% there. But then the other 25% of me always thinks back to there's a reason why older men like fucking with younger women.
It could be true.
And I'm saying,
and if it's not true, it could be that like he took it too far.
I'm saying,
a few times.
Them niggas be violent, dog, and they be wanting to control people, control younger women.
Another thing I'm gonna tell you, like, bro, you just. Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's true, but
I got nothing else to say.
My issue is like when you got this wide of a gap.
Yeah.
My issue be dog, like, bro, the only reason why is because like if you talking about like a one night stand or some shit, you was in a bar or some shit. All right, yo, shit happens. I get.
You know what's crazy? I'll give you that. Even if it's not at a bar, you just like
I'm saying
somebody is. Okay,
hey, yo,
respectfully, because before I'm about to say this, I don't want anybody being like, this is whatever. But if somebody were to tell me, like, damn, man, I met this chick yesterday out somewhere, she 20, 21.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? We got together. It was like, one night stand type of joint. I'd be like, all right, man, you got to kill that. I'll tell him, like, hey, bro, you got to kill that.
No,
you know
listen,
what I'm saying?
I get it.
You got to kill that. Cool. Understandable. But you're forming a relationship.
2 years.
You're forming a relationship with somebody.
Dog.
You doing like it.
Yeah,
and then she over here talking to you about money and this and that. So it's obviously that you like.
No, I can't fault any man for dipping into the cookie jar once, but for you to keep going back, no, come on, man.
She's 19 with her OnlyFans, bro.
Come on, G.
She not, bro.
I get it. Sometimes you ain't had it in a while.
Can I be honest?
As long as get to talking to you,
can I be honest with you?
I get it.
Imagine them conversations that they had. Imagine the conversation.
You know he be stressed,
bro.
You know he be stressed,
Bro,
for what?
Bro, I be talking to a grown ass woman sometimes, and then, you know what I'm saying.
It be stressed.
Shout out to Blue, but I be talking to a grown ass woman sometimes, and I be in my mind like, all right. Okay.
Woosah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Got a whole career, job, all of that.
All that.
You know what I'm saying?
Own thing going.
And this is somebody who's not doing shit.
Yeah.
But got a bright light and a camera. And you arguing with her? As if y'all got the same kind of problems?
Crazy work.
This is somebody that's shaking you down for $50 million, bro.
Wow. But maybe might cost you $100 million.
You know what? You deserve this stress, bro. You deserve this stress. This is not.
Hey, I'm not disagreeing.
This is what you wanted. You deserve this stress.
I'm not disagreeing, bro.
You deserve this stress.
Because if we gonna hold Anthony Edwards, Ja Morant, all of them to a standard,
this stress.
we gotta hold the unks and grandpas like.
Yes, sir.
Like, bro, no, hey, yo, you fucking with them young girls, hey, you gonna get the stress you get, bro.
And what's crazy is that this is the conclusion of everything that came out. Not the shakedown, not whatever. It's that now you an old creepy nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you know what I'm saying? That's the outcome of all this.
Yeah.
That's the consequence of all this. That you an old creepy nigga, and you probably think that you gonna beat the case, but you're not gonna beat that case.
And so far, all we know is Shannon like them white girls.
Yeah, bro.
Shannon like the white girls, though.
Another and that's another. And, okay, let me chill.
I'm just saying, dog. Hey, yo.
I got nothing to say. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
History repeats itself. History does not repeat itself, but it certainly does rhyme. That's all I'm saying, dog. History doesn't repeat itself, but it certainly does rhyme.
All I'm gonna say is this: I just think that there's certain things that you cannot do to a black queen that you could probably do to a European one. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like if you keep going back, what?
Look, nothing, man.
Am I tripping?
Listen.
Am I tripping?
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like there's certain things that us in our community that we don't accept, we don't deal with for the most part. You might find some Deutschies out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? To each his own. Do your thing. What I will tell you is, man, stay away. If she got teen anywhere in her age, I think you might want to stay away from her. That's my opinion.
If her age starts with teen,
yeah,
you might want to end with teen.
Yeah,
you might want
to stay away from that.
It's just a good rule of thought, especially if like you doubling almost tripling age.
If you got to start off with like just saying a singular number.
If you could be older than her daddy,
8,
I think,
or 7,
I think that's a good rule of thumb.
6 or 9. I don't just think any of those, any age that starts with like a singular number.
Yeah,
run away. Run away immediately.
Yeah,
immediately. You know what I'm saying? And looking at her, bro, when she probably started, she probably barely wasn't. You don't even know it don't even matter where she was at 19.
Fresh out of high school.
Fresh. On OnlyFans. On OnlyFans.
Yeah.
3 years after COVID, you're still on OnlyFans at 19.
So
imagine that. Okay. Imagine when she was doing at 16, 17, and 18.
Nah, man.
Imagine she was doing at 14, bro.
I don't even want to know. Okay. All right. We'll see where this goes. Right now, it's just looking like creepy vibes. Creepy shakedown.
Shannon, you should have gave her the $5 million that they wanted, dog.
Creepy shakedown. It was 10.
They wanted 10?
Supposedly it was 10 according to Tony.
You should have done a payment plan, bro. Like, hey, I'm going to bust out $2 million a year.
And just touch on that real quick. I'm not going to say that isn't a admission of guilt because...
It's not. But now look at this. Look at what we doing now.
What's $10 million to somebody that's about to sign a $100 million contract? So,
and you could have broke that down, but now look at what you're doing.
Yeah,
now look at your name.
Yeah, and what's crazy is him offering if it's true that he offered the $10 million, it's probably why they reaching for 50.
And can I be honest with you? It's not good that he's like sponsored by Roe and all these like little sex joints. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, you a sexual deviant.
And no, he be mentioning that shit a lot.
Yeah. For the women out there, you gotta put in jail. You know what I'm saying? You get one of them pills, and I'm telling you be ready to.
Shannon love. Hey, listen, Shannon a freaky nigga, man. Yeah. That's it.
All right.
Okay.
Freaky ass niggas.
Shannon freaky ass nigga, man. Okay. With that being said, man, if you made it this far, we appreciate you kicking it with us. Make sure you like,
comment,
and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tell your mama, brother, sister, cousin, uncle. Keep these freaky ass niggas away from your children.
And parents, be there for your kids, dog. I don't know why the hell a girl 19 on OnlyFans like shit. 3 years after COVID, y'all parents need to start parenting better, dog. Like, damn. I don't know her background. I don't know nothing about her.
I was gonna say, bro, listen.
But it's just like
you can't say she had bad parents, bro.
I don't know. I'm gonna say that because my daughter at 19 on OnlyFans, I failed. I failed completely.
You could have been an amazing parent, bro.
No. I still failed. I still failed.
It doesn't matter. Okay,
You don't feel that way?
Huh? No. If I raise my kids the way they're supposed to be raised, they go out and do some goofy shit.
I didn't raise them right.
Huh? Nah,
I should have used the belt. I should have raised them the wrong way.
Should have been beating their ass.
This was a child that I should have raised the wrong way.
The moment you find out they're on OnlyFans, you just show up and beat their ass.
Bro, nigga. Bro, am I lying?
Like on camera, dog. Like,
bro,
get your mother.
You don't think that?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna feel like I failed, bro. There's just no way that you can tell me otherwise.
I don't know if I feel like a failure, but I'd be hella disappointed.
That's failure. That's what you know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
That's what failure is disappointment.
Okay, all right, maybe I'll accept it.
Look, man.
But
look, beat the brakes. Beat the brakes.
Yeah, if we got God shows you the door, one door. You beat the hell out of them. They resent you a slight bit, but they become an amazing person.
I'll take it.
Door B, you're empathetic, caring,
loving father,
and what's the gentle parenting?
Yeah,
and they become an OnlyFans model.
No, she gonna hate me.
I'm choosing door A every time.
She gonna hate me. And on my deathbed, I'm gonna say, I kept you away from that camera.
One day, gotta show you the answers.
Yeah. Okay, I know you hate me, and that's okay. But I just want you to know I kept you away from that camera.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna say, although I can't necessarily rule out bad parenting, I can't say they were bad parents. I can't say that. If we're gonna use disappointment, then as the root of failure, then I probably would feel like a failure. I'd be pretty beat up.
All right, man. But y'all, appreciate y'all, man. Right. Happy Easter, by the way.
Oh yeah,
belated Easter. All that good stuff.
Happy belated Easter. All right. With that being said, man, as always, till next time. Appreciate y'all. We out.